All right, Shalom, Shalom, giving all praise, glory, honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone that teach us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kwadash. And this is a continual video that I did not too long ago. I believe it was yesterday, but going into, enduring into the end and striving, for the truth, even unto death. All right, because we had a elder that had just passed not too long ago. All the Akims know who that elder, was. And like I said, it was a great privilege and honor for me to have meet and been amongst that elder. But nonetheless, the topic of discussion is endurance, because at the end of the day, we still have a race to run. All right, we still have to hold our integrity and our faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And the hour of great testing is about to come upon us sooner than what we believe. So I want to get Matthew 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. All right, and if you endure unto the end, all right, enduring of the times of Jacob's trouble, all right, the economic collapse, enduring and passing the test of the hour of temptation. All right, these things about to happen upon the planet Earth, and us proclaiming, us coming back to our lost, inheritance and our customs. We're going to be held very well accountable for the decision making, that's going to have to be made when all hell breaks loose, man. Praying that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai protects me and, my household, so on and so forth. All right, that's why at the end of the day, we serve the Lord, because we fear, man. All right, because we know all hell is soon about to break loose and some very troublous times are coming. All right, so let me get Isaiah 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. All right, we have to fear Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. All right, give honor and reverence to the only begotten Son, like the Heavenly Father proclaim us to do. All right, come back, unto him, follow after the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, and become servants, man. All right, and prepare thy soul for temptation, as it says in Sirach, the 2nd chapter. All right, but if you're of the elect and of the Lord's chosen people, he will protect you. All right, Lord will, he protects us being in this ministry. But like I said before, it's about endurance. It's about enduring to the end, because at the end all be all, like the elders and them always say, hey, your back hasn't been put against the wall yet. All right, we haven't really been into, some dire straits, straight confusion. All right, and that's what's about to come upon the planet Earth. Straight death and destruction and chaos. And during that time, we're going to have to lean our understanding and our faith more and more upon Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, as it says in Isaiah 33 and 6. And I'm going to read it again. Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, the times of Jacob's trouble, the times of the great, hour of testing, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, is his treasure. All right, you have to fear those names, man. And also it reads in Proverbs 1 and 7, the beginning of knowledge is fearing the Lord. By you fearing Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right, the Lord is going to increase you. He's going to give you that knowledge and wisdom and understanding according to his ways. If, like I said before, you have to be of the elect. If you're not of the elect, your ass is grass. And that goes for all Israel, because we don't know, and at the end of the day, we have to endure to the end. Speaking to the men, that's why it's very important to not look back, to not drop the plow, no matter what type of hell, tribulation come upon you, whether you get offended, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, we serving the Lord, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Even though, yes, we do have men over us, we have teachers, we have our elders, we have the apostles, all right, that labor this truth, we enter into their labors. But at the end of the day, we're all still serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah as a one body, all right? But yeah, man, like I said, endurance, because that's the times that we're entering into. And we're going to have that faith and endurance upon us, just like, prime example, the elder that had passed, man. He endured his hell in the physical body. All right. And we have to also remember when that hell happened upon us, which it will soon happen. All right. It is of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. I'm going to get the GNT and I'm going to go into Sirach, the 2nd chapter, faithfulness to God. Sirach 2:1, my children, if you are going to serve the Lord, be prepared for times when you will be put to the test. Be sincere and determined. Keep calm when trouble comes. All right. And that's what we ultimately have to work on, man, through the Spirit. Even if certain little tribulations happen in our daily lives, you know, even with getting rebuked, you know, being amongst the brothers. Hey, at the end of the day, we ought to always remain calm and humble. Because at the end of the day, we should understand these things. That's how you know that's the constant battle of the spirit and the flesh, because the flesh is going to make you want to spaz out, make you probably want to put harm on these, you know, certain individuals, especially, you know, these lost motherfuckers, shit like that. But you have to understand that it's the spirit versus the flesh all the day long. And the spiritual thing to do is always remain humble, remain lowly and quiet, and let the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, lift you up. All right? That's how you know, at the end of the day, we're not, you know, servants of men. And the scriptures tell us that. Woe to you that put trust in men. Verse 3, stay with the Lord, never abandon him, and you will be prosperous at the end of your days. Accept whatever happens to you, even if you suffer humiliation. Be patient. All right. Gold is tested by fire. And pursuing the Isaiah 13:12, the Lord is going to make his men more precious than fine gold. All right. And then that's when that Isaiah 4:1 kick in, when the Lord is going to be dealing with his elect men, whether it be spiritual powers or whether it be the angels protecting them and guiding them. Going back to Psalms 34:7, the Lord encampeth, you know, the angels of the Lord encampeth around those who fear them. All right, well, fear him. It's a lot, you know, fear Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. And human character is tested in the furnace of humiliation. Trust the Lord and he will help you. Walk straight in his ways and put your hope in him. And that's what it's ultimately about, putting our hope and trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. All right. Our, you know, 100% trust and loyalty in the Lord, because like I said before, it's about to become a day and time when Jacob's trouble is going to hit the streets of Babylon the Great. All right. This society is going to collapse on all sides, man. All right. From the financials, all right, the infrastructures. Ultimately, this place is going to be annihilated by thermonuclear fire, according to the scriptures, according to the understanding, all right, that comes from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. And like I said before, we have to have endurance. We have to endure until the very end if we want the Lord to even look at us to be worthy of being saved at the end of the day. All right. And that's very important. You know, being servants of the Lord, you got to prepare your mind, whatever hell you go through, you're just going to have to go through it. You feel me? Because like I said, right now, this is just, you know, a light affliction. Just imagine when all hell break loose and really, like I said, man, we really going to be on the run, you know, running from governments, running from people that's also starving, can't feed their kids. There's going to be a lot of kids and women dying out here. Shit going to be terrible. So you always got to put that in perspective, you know, being servants of the Lord. When these people see our faces, they know of us. especially us being in our so-called hometowns, you know, whatever the case. But at the end of the day, we trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We have to endure all these things. We have to be humiliated, even if we have to be put to death for the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, for the testimony, all right, for the faith. Goddamn squirrels. Let me go straight to the point. This is Sirach, chapter 4. And verse 27. Don't allow yourself to be dominated by someone who is stupid or show partially to influence people. Stand up for what is right. And you know what is right is truth. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is right. And we have to keep enduring and standing up unto great boldness. Stand up, verse 28. Stand up for what is right, even if it costs you your life. The Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, will be fighting on your side. All right. And at the end of the day, us being the chosen people, the Lord is definitely on our side. All right. So how much more the elect? That's why we're striving to be of the elect, because only the elect will be saved and delivered from impending doom. All right. And the impending doom is Jacob's trouble, ICBMs, hypersonic missiles, nuclear missiles, World War III, martial law, cannibalism. Those are all the things that the Lord is going to protect the elect from. All right, Ezekiel 9:4, and then you read on down to verse 5 and 6. The Lord put a separation, man. You're going to have a certain group or individuals that's going to have the mark of the Thywab of exemption from seeing the Lord's wrath, and then the others is going to be slayed. They're going to be killed, as the scriptures say. And the way that's going to happen is Jacob's trouble. Why you think it? Hey, it's written in the prophecies for a reason. All right. And it boiled down to this very moment as of 2025, man. You know, the hopeful year and the hopeful year of salvation of Israel, the elect, and the destruction and downfall and the captivity of Esau, Edom. All right. So-called Caucasian white race that's in charge of this planet Earth right now. All right, Job chapter 9, verse 24, man. And to you people that don't, that keep want to say that Esau is not the so-called Caucasian race, look. All right, who is it? Give me the facts. Give me the artifacts of these people, man. They even got a book that Esau, Edom is Rome. Even though people would like to, get simple. They'll be like, oh, Rome is, that's talking about ancient Rome. It's not talking about Rome now. But meanwhile, Babylon the Great America, follow after the Roman infrastructure, the Roman governments, so on and so forth. So this is the Roman Empire, but another, the other little horn that grew, all right, that deadly wound that had become healed, all right, as the scriptures say. Salah. Okay, so we're gonna get one more precept and I'm gonna close out. So I done reached to my destination. But it's all about endurance, man. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. On that day, someone righteous, which is talking about the elect, full of confidence, will stand before those who oppress him and made light of his labors, being in his truth. All right, being out there on the highways and byways, people, they scoff and scorn and talk shit against the men of the Lord, man. Not understanding and not knowing that it's really, the Heavenly Father speaking himself through men. And, We already know this society so fucked up, and due to the curse, especially dealing with, our women that look down upon us. Even the older jakes, they always say, hey, you don't know nothing. You ain't learned from masters, schools. You're not indoctrinated by us, by the so-called white man. But now you still got scoffers saying if you believe in the Hebrew Israelites, you've been indoctrinated by the so-called white man, see? And they always love to say this is the white man's book, blah, blah, blah. But meanwhile, when we break down the scriptures the way that we break it down through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, our videos get flagged. Hey, prophecies are happening. World War III, the economic collapse. Hey, just wait and see that MOT drop, man. Like some fucking J's on you bitch ass fucking Americans, man. You full of pride. Full of fucking pride. You're gonna die. And that was it on that. So I'm gonna close out. Kahalayam La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Peace, love, and blessings to the elect. Scatter abroad around the four corners of the earth, mainly in Babylon the Great. And of course, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone GMS that teach us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Till next time, Shalom.